Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another grounded build video where today I'm going to be hopping in and showing you guys a new build that you guys have come through and dubbed in last night's stream the Grim Reaper build. This build is all about bleed and poison but using a scythe, and because the scythe uses two different perks, or two different mutations I should say, to buff its attack, guys, this build is now crazy powerful, and I can't wait to show it all to you guys. With the changes that have happened within Grounded 1.1, or a holiday treat update, there has been large changes to all mutations that have to deal with attacking, including Chopper and Assassin. And yes, both of those apply to the scythe. Now, the scythe also can use the bonus skill of the Apex Predator, giving you being able to swing way faster with the scythe. So, all in all, this build has become extraordinarily deadly for anybody who's looking to use one of the boss weapons that is not the Club of the Mother Demon. This weapon is extraordinarily fast, uses very little stamina, and there's a way to make it so it's even better, and I'm going to show you guys that before we start getting into the build. So if you guys come right over here to a cookery, right, there's this cool thing called a fungus spacho, right? A fungus spacho, what this does, if you go into your inventory and you just take a little peek at it here, a fungus spacho gives you well-fed, gives you the meal bonus, but it also gives you attack stamina. So with attack stamina, it makes it so you have more stamina and your swings take even less stamina in order to use, which is great. And it recharges faster, but that's also one of the perks you're getting from the build. So let's go through and let's actually take a look at the build, shall we? So first things first, guys, it's the Scythe of Blossoms, right? The Scythe of Blossoms, you get this by going through and killing a mantis. You need to kill it once and you'll be able to make one. It's not that difficult in order to make it. All in all, in order to make this weapon, guys, if we just come here and you search Scythe, it's going to be under two-handed weapons, and there it is right there, the Scythe of Blossoms. You are going to need some rust and some pupa leather in order to make that, but that's not that hard because by the time you're fighting the praying mantis, you should have some rust, some lint rope, and some pupa leather all stacked up. But let's look at the damage base on this thing. Damage, stun, and speed is pretty good, and yoke blows means it gets extra criticals. Critical is nice, but we're not super focused on that with this build, okay? So, all in all, Scythe of Blossoms. I like having Thor's Pendant on. It's really good. If you want to, you can throw on the Mantis Trinket if you have it. It increases the amount of damage or how often you're doing criticals. You can use that one instead if you want to, but I see Thor's Pendant as the best pendant in the game, so that's why I use it. Mask of the Mother Demon. I've also go down the sleek path with this one, giving you poison over. Just be careful if you're playing multiplayer. Your friends may get killed by you if you're doing this. The defense is pretty high, and it is medium armor, so it's got a decent resistance, but not a ton, but a decent resistance, and it gives you poison coating on any weapon you're using. Okay, then you have the Widow Spalders. This gives you plus to poison damage, so all poison damage is going to be increased. Plus, it also has parry poison, meaning when you block or parry, you're going to be giving poison back to the creature that you're perfect blocking, right? And the same thing goes for the legs. So all these are all sleek, okay? Those are the perks you're going to be going down. Reading through every skill you get here, you get Poison Coating, applies poison to all attacks. Medium Armor, Poison Nova, like I said, little tuft of poison that happens in front of you, which is also being boosted by the Widow chest and legs, which is a fantastic thing to have happen. Poison Damage increases the amount of poison damage being caused by you, more or less. So that's what the Widow Spalder and leggings are doing. Okay, you're also getting parry poison. Perfect blocks have a chance to apply poison back to the carrot, back at the blocker. So yeah, you guys can perfect block pretty quick actually with the scythe. The blocking animation is not that slow, so you can actually perfect block pretty easily with the scythe. Going through, you also have more poison damage, like I said, and increased damage multiplier of critical hits. So more or less, your critical hits do more damage, right? And then the pendant, a smattering of enhanced stats for an arduous journey. More or less, it just gives you a bunch of stats upgrades. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys what this thing can do. So we're going to come over here. See this little ladybug that's over here? Yeah, we'll fight you too in just a second. This ladybug, look at its health melt. Look at its health just completely get melted here. And you can see that Apex Predator perk started hopping in right there at the end, and you can see how incredibly fast I'm swinging. Okay? That is just the beginning. notice how fast my stamina is also going up. Guys, this is just the beginning of everything that is happening with this build. With the mutations that are on right now, it makes it so you can do a ton of damage and 3 different perks that are feeding this one weapon. This weapon, all that damage you were just seeing me do, this is only a level 6 spicy weapon. This isn't even all the way to 9 yet, and I'm shooting out this much damage. It's gonna get even better. Now, I chose to go spicy with this because I like the fact that you can cook enemies while killing them. So in other words, if you were to kill a weevil or an ant, or not an ant, I'm sorry, an aphid, that's the word I was going for, or a grub, with this you will literally produce cooked meat that you can eat, just like that. Okay, and it's not going to make you sick. Also, if you have a salty version, it will turn it into jerky. That's another helpful thing that you can give a try. Also, guys, the scythe does count as an axe as well. It can cut down weeds and all of that. So if you guys want to, you can use it as an axe. So there you go. Do I think that this weapon is better than the sour battle axe now? Yes, I do, because it can act just as though the sour battle axe can, and it has 3 different perks that go in with it. Oh no, my balls flew down the hill. But anyway, let's get in and let's talk a little bit more about perks, shall we? So, our mutations that we are using here, guys, is chopper. Yes, because the scythe counts as an axe and a dagger. So, Chopper, the fury of bloodlust pumps through your arteries, fueling your efficient flow of hacking and chopping muscles. Axes are an extension to your angry little body, rendering the armor of your enemies. More or less, the more you hit something, you're going to reduce its resistances to the type of attack that you are doing. Chopping, stabbing, slashing, okay? You're reducing the damage that it can resist. So, more or less, making it so you are increasing your damage being done. Also, the mastery bonus for this one, if you get it to phase 3, is Axe Attack Supply, a buff that removes the stamina regen delay when not exhausted. There is a stamina regen delay that happens, okay? If you look right now, I don't have one. When you're not exhausted, you can recover your stamina almost immediately with this perk. Okay, this mutation becomes very powerful. Now, couple that with the fact that yes, Assassin works as well, and yes, I have tested this by going through and removing all of my poison armor that I have and going up and attacking something. And yes, Sim-Alot Assassin has a chance to add bleed every single time it hits something. The enemies were being bled, which is fantastic. So not only are you applying, when you're at tier 3, 75 bleed damage over 5 seconds to all enemies. Also, when you have the mastery bonus for Assassin, you can do 25% more damage because you're reducing their resistance to bleed by 25%. So, in other words, you're doing even more damage. Now, I've gone through and I put on buff lungs because it's giving you more max stamina. You are swinging a two-handed weapon. It does use a little bit more stamina. And I have meat shield on because you are wearing light and medium armor. You are not wearing heavy armor, so you're going to want a little bit of extra health. That's why I use that. And then obviously Apex Predator, which allows you to use the scythe and swing it that much faster. All of these things together, guys, has made one absolutely massively deadly build that I think all of you should go out and give a try. I think you guys will not be disappointed at all by the strength of this build, especially if you can get the scythe all the way leveled up. Now, the true question that a lot of you guys are probably wondering is, Sim, do you prefer this build over your poison build that you did with the dagger? I'm going to say no, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't think that this is more powerful than the poison build because of how fast you can shoot out attacks with the Black Widow dagger. The Black Widow dagger is inherently a lot faster. And one of the other bonuses is when you're blocking with the fire ant shield that you have a chance to lower the enemy's defenses, allowing you to do more damage. So you can swing a lot faster, and you're lowering their defenses, and you're applying an additional poison on every single hit as well. So all in all, I still feel as though that for me, I still like the dagger more than the scythe, but this takes a very, very, very close second for me. Just saying. I really, really like the Grim Reaper build, and I hope all of you guys do as well. This new Grounded update brings all sorts of new build ideas to my mind, so I'm going to be making a couple more of these videos, but thank you everybody so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment down below, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.